$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh, God.
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's do it right now.
What?
Let's use this scenario.
Go ahead.
Let's do it right
And
now.
Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
I'm sorry, but
When she
she's
cuts-
a great actress, but she sucks in that
She
movie.
cuts open the door with the chainsaw and she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What? If you back up with the saw!
we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is
Oh,
very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by
Yeah.
you, John.
I can quote Speed too.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Garfield and Friends from Pickle
Oh,
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not the
Yes.
first one.
This one.
Times a hill.
Yeah, I hate that one.
It doesn't matter. That's
Well,
just an
yes,
image.
but there are two
There's
actual
two-
songs.
there's two of
Oh,
them.
The
well,
second
that's what they.
one-
That's he sent me a picture.
Ready,
Ready?
Ready.
two,
To
party!
We're ready
To party.
We're ready.
Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on in, come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield,
Garfield
and
and
Friends.
Friends.
And then I think there's another
I
verse.
love how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There
in it.
is. There's a little bit more to it.
Oh my God, I'm like tearing up
I
here.
just got a
Good one.
Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh, shoot. You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't
Out. Do it.
move.
Put your
Oh, shoot.
Ah! Put it out now. Flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your.
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some.
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Welcome back to PT Unlimited Podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 283.
Yeah. Last
There's,
episode.
Three
of-
missing on their board, but
There is.
Josh was quick thinking.
Yeah.
It's episode 28, guys.
28.
That was a long
That
time
was a
ago.
long time ago.
What did we talk about in episode 28? I want to look that up right now, actually. Let's real quick
Episode
look.
28.
28,
Brett
okay.
broke the chair.
30,
I'm sure it wasn't that.
30 was
No?
the soda,
Sure.
I believe. Does not put
No.
pop? No.
No,
was like
that was
episode
early.
3.
That was really early.
Yeah.
This is the last show of the year because y'all are traveling next
We are.
week.
Yes.
This is the week of Christmas. Kind of, I guess it depends on that old conversation of when you considered the week ends.
Mm-hmm.
In my eyes, I remember this conversation. We've had it before. The week is Saturday to Friday. And I say that because of how for years my work week was scheduled. But
Uh-huh.
technically, by a calendar, the week is
Sunday?
Sunday to Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just crazy. You know, I don't know why you would split up the weekend, but that's how it falls on an actual calendar.
Episode 28. It's called Do You Like It Hot? And let me see what it was about.
Do we even have a description that in that kind of
we
an
did
early
descriptions.
episode?
We did descriptions. This episode focuses on slushies, tattoos, glasses, Red Dead Redemption 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Halloween costumes, cuffing, and what we're playing and watching.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
We right before we went on the air, I had mentioned that despite my what I consider to be pretty good memory, we've done so many shows that there's no possible way to remember everything that we've ever talked about.
It's at that point.
Yeah.
You know, we just
We're
have
going to be repeating.
so much content. And
Yeah.
I'm not even worried about repeating. I'm just saying the volume of content that we have put out in what we're going on. This is our 6 years, right?
6, yeah.
That's a long time.
That's
This
a
is,
long time.
by the way, this is our best year of
Yeah.
plays,
As far as
of fan interaction,
Yeah.
of fan growth.
Speaking of interaction,
Yeah.
earlier today we did what would you call it? A mashup?
Yeah, it was a
We can go ahead and
A
promote it now.
crossover.
crossover episode, and it's going to be an aftercast for us because it focuses on Spider-Man, No Way Home, and it was with the Jersey comic crew.
Yep.
And they are so knowledgeable on nerd culture, and I love it. We
Yeah.
could nerd out with them. That was great. I think everything flowed very well with everything that they were.
You know, I
asking
was
us, and we
so I've
got
listened to a
along.
lot of shows where the people on the shows are not in the same room. For instance, IGN, who does tons of podcasts, they don't do them in the same room anymore. Like they haven't worked in the office since COVID started.
It's California.
Wow.
It
Yeah.
is California.
Yeah,
and
they have different.
I don't listen to the Xbox show that I used to listen to nearly as much as I used to because
Yeah.
it's hard to coordinate them talking over each other, and that to me, I just hate how that sounds.
I agree.
Mhm.
I agree.
But I thought we did this show with them on Zoom, and I never got the sense that anybody was talking over anybody else.
No, it was
I think it just been me and Alex
was
every time
very-
if it ever happened.
it
We
was
normally
very
do.
good.
Yeah.
I actually kind of, when we got done with the show, I was like, man, I already want to go back and listen
Listen to
to
it.
the show.
So what we did is we touched on Spider-Man No Way Home, the entirety of it, as far as our feelings towards everything in the Spider-Verse and the MCU.
Here's a question I have that I didn't ask them.
Okay.
Why in all three of Tom Holland's Spider-Mans is the word home in the subtitle?
I think it's
Well, because it started off with Spider-Man Homecoming, and it was like their homecoming
Homecoming dance. Yeah.
And then it was the
Far
second
From Home.
movie.
He was
Far
literally
From Home.
far away
He
from home.
was. They took a trip. He was supposed to be taking time off from being Spider-Man, and Aunt May packed his suit anyway, and he was going on a trip to Italy. Is that where they were?
I think so. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
they
you're
were
right.
in Italy, Rome-ish area, and that's when Mysterio happened, and then No Way Home, meaning just
Speaking of Aunt
it was
May,
just like a darker.
Aunt May is played by Marissa Tomei, and
Yes.
she is good looking. Do you know how old she is? Because I looked it up.
She is in her mid-50s, right?
57.
Oh my gosh.
She's 57.
She is
Man,
she is
looks
such a great actress.
No wonder Happy was
Yeah.
wanting that.
That's not a spoiler.
Can we just?
No,
I
he
want to.
really
I know.
wants her.
Yes, I know he really wants her. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there before we even do anything. We're not gonna do spoilers on this
Oh,
show
okay.
because if they want spoilers, they can go and listen to the show that we just did.
Well, I don't really know what all you can say without saying any
Spoiling at this
spoilers.
Other
point.
than then, it's a great movie. and You should go see it.
We gave it good ratings.
Give it a good rating.
I mean, even Brett did.
I did not want to see this movie,
I know.
but I knew we were doing this crossover, and I knew if I didn't see it, you guys would be pissed at me.
No.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you would have, because if I said I didn't want to see it, you just give me shit.
Yeah.
So I
would've.
went and saw it, and yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
For someone that's never really been into the MCU, he said it's fine, which means it's good.
Yeah. So what I want to start the episode off with is a question about how the Grinch stole Christmas. All right. How familiar are you with this?
Which one?
Any of it? The story
The
itself.
story?
Well, I
very
know
familiar.
yeah. I mean,
You've
as
watched,
far as
you watched the
actual
Jim Carrey one
movies,
at least?
I've never seen it beginning to end.
Oh.
I know.
That is a good one.
I've seen parts of it,
Okay.
but I know the Dr. Seuss version quite well.
Okay, so basically the story goes where when he leaves Whoville to go live on the mountain, he never leaves Whoville. He never ever leaves, or the mountain. I mean, he never goes down to Whoville. Never leaves the mountain. He stays up there the whole time. He's a recluse. And the Who's always send their trash to the Grinch, and he's been collecting it for years.
And that's in the Jim Carrey version. That's not in the Dr. Seuss version.
Not in the Dr. Seuss version.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
remember.
Okay. Well, where'd Max come from?
Maybe he was a
He was a
maybe
throwaway.
he was a Who dog that got the boot.
Or
That's sad. I was thinking about that.
Don't try to look it up, Alex. This is just speculation.
Speculation. What are you trying to look at the facts
I'm
for?
just.
Where's he at? The dog. The dog moved.
I don't know.
The dog is gone.
He's
He's
over
fine.
here being a little shit.
He is not doing what.
Oh,
Ask
there
him.
is an actual YouTube video. How
there?
did the Grinch get Max?
Okay, well, is there an answer that you can at least?
I'm trying to figure it out. You guys get your own speculations going.
I might have to
I already
stand up and get this
speculated.
dog if you don't grab him.
Pixel, come here.
He's under my feet.
Come here. Come.
Yeah, we should have kenneled him.
He's got to learn. He's got to learn.
Do you want to say anything else about No Way Home?
I think that it was a great movie. Willem Dafoe. Okay, I guess if you watch the trailer, you know that there are villains from the other parts of Spider-Man in it, at least. So if you've seen the first trailer, you know for sure. You know you see Doc Ock, you know you see Green Goblin, and you know you see Electro for sure. Those are the big three that you know for sure you see, and you see the Lizard. So, and Sandman. I guess you do see Sandman at the end of the trailer. That's why I kind of went to that. I was like, those are kind of at the end for like a split second, and you see them all. Not going to spoil too much about the movie itself, but my goodness, great movie. Good. Willem Dafoe playing as Green Goblin. I don't think anyone else can do it.
No.
I don't think so. It's kind of like the Joker is like the Green Goblin's always been Spider-Man's like main villain, like the main one that you got to watch out for, and he's I think that even though he was brought into this universe, still kicked Spider-Man to the curb for a little bit of it. It was good. It was like a good mashup of villain versus hero there. It was a great film. Loved it. What do you have? Do you have anything to say, Alex?
It's amazing. Go watch it.
Join the show here, Alex.
I was looking up the answer and I found it.
For Max?
For Max. Yes.
What?
It says the original book version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas never shares how the Grinch actually met Max, but a Grinch prequel from the 1990s, a book, provides an answer. Max apparently scratches an itch for the Grinch that he can't reach on his back, and the Grinch just decides to keep him as a pet.
Okay.
That's literally all we know.
That's a weird writing for that.
He's never given a backstory in the original book.
Yeah. How was your week, Brett?
It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. Christmas shoppers are out, man.
Yeah, I went out today, midday, to get some groceries, and the traffic was insane.
We went
I was
grocery shopping
angry.
on Sunday, didn't we?
Yes,
It was Sunday.
yesterday.
It was great. So many people. Alex
hate
was way out of her bubble.
I hate it.
She did not like it. She went
Why
grocery
didn't you
shopping
try
with
the-
me.
Why
She went
didn't you
with me.
try the online option?
Because we went after we watched Spider-Man.
Yeah. We had
The worst time for me
Oh,
to
it's
go
Saturday.
anywhere
Sorry, not
is
Sunday.
right after a movie.
Yeah. Gosh, my days are messed up. We saw Spider-Man Saturday, not Sunday.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
when we went. Yeah.
I went Friday, early afternoon.
It's
And
good that
my theater was not full.
we went before we got that spoiled for us.
Yeah, I'm glad we went when we did too, because yesterday on social media I was scrolling through and there were definitely some accidental,
I don't think it
Well-
was accidental.
not accidental, but there was some big oopsies on people's parts by posting pictures of certain things that shouldn't have been posted.
Yeah. Pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's not cool to do that.
Just-
to ruin the people that haven't seen
I
it.
did a very good job myself, so much about as soon as the movie came out, I made sure that when I was on social media, anytime I saw a picture of Spider-Man or anything whatsoever about Spider-Man, I was just like a quick flip through. I don't care what else I skipped, just flip through to go to the next thing, to the point now where I trained myself so hard that when I'm still looking for stuff, my mind goes, "Oh, hurry up and skip over! You're gonna get yourself spoiled."
Yeah.
I'm like, but I've already watched it.
So at least we were able
Yes.
to get that done. Like Brett, you saw Infinity War and Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Does this kind of give you like a little bit of a nostalgic itch because it had more of our
That definitely helped. And
Yeah.
if that wasn't there, then I would not have liked this movie.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
I think we should talk NFL, don't you think?
Yeah, I got it up
It's
here.
going on right now too.
Ready, yeah.
Going on right now.
We'll start with the Thursday game because there is significant things in that game to talk about. It was the Chiefs at the Chargers.
Mhm.
Chiefs won 38-24 or 34-28. The problem with this game is that the Chargers on 3 different fourth down plays, they went for it instead of kicking the field goal. And how many did they lose by?
Oh, they lost by just 3?
I just said it. 34-28.
Sorry.
They lost by
6.
Yes, 6 points.
Frickin' A.
They left a potential 9 points on the field that would have won. Now, the thing about the Chargers is I think them more than anybody else, I have not seen any statistics, they go for it on fourth down more than anybody else because their head coach, a guy named Brandon Staley, is all about analytics. That's the really popular thing in the NFL now is analytics. And more coaches are going for it on fourth down than ever before, sometimes in their own territory, which is used to be sacrilege. You do not go for it on fourth down in your own territory. You always punt because you should have enough trust in your defense to maybe come up with a stop and get you the ball back. It's a field position game when it comes to that. When you're having trouble scoring, like, okay, I'm only scoring field goals. I can at least, when I don't get first downs, pin them deep, make them go 80, 85 yards to get a touchdown, less for, field goals. The other thing I'll say is, we're seeing a lot more missed field goals than we
really
ever had
Yes.
before.
I am tired of seeing so many
that
missed field goals.
Goes into it as well. Just before we went on recording, the Browns kick a field goal. They've been shut out the first half against the Raiders. They kick a field goal, they miss. So, last night, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I'm not doing that game now, but they got shut out 9, I think, to nothing.
Yeah.
9-0.
Tom Brady
Top
gave a
offense
kiss.
in the league.
Yep.
At home scores 0 points. So anyway, that Chiefs and Chargers, that was a really good game, and the Chargers could have won it, and they didn't. So
Go Chiefs.
and that's a divisional game too. They really, really needed to beat the Chiefs to get closer in the playoff race.
Right.
Because I think they're one of the wild cards right now because the Chiefs are leading the pack, and there's like 3 more. The Bengals are 8-6. The Chargers are 8-6. The Bengals are now leading the division, so they're not a wild card. If the Browns win, which they're playing right now, if the Browns win, they'll be 8-6. It's getting very tight in the AFC North, or in the AFC and in the AFC North. The Ravens lost.
Yes, it did.
The Ravens were the top in the AFC North. The Ravens lost. That put the Bengals, who won, in first place. So it's, you lose one game. Lamar Jackson didn't play yesterday, and they drop out of first place to where they're in the hunt. They are not going to get in like they were before that game. So it's crazy right now. It's so tight. Saturday was the Patriots at the Colts. The Colts just manhandled the Patriots. It was crazy. Like it was not close.
Go Colts.
And the Patriots came back to put up some kind of a fight in the fourth quarter, but it wasn't enough. The Steelers beat the Titans 19-13, and that was the Titans should have won that game. It was not good on the Titans' part, and that was at the Steelers. So it's a tough to go into Pittsburgh and win, but the Steelers, as we have said, are not good, and the Titans just boogered it up. The Bills beat the Panthers 31-14. That was no surprise there. Cam Newton, 4th game back as the starter for the Panthers, has not won a game yet.
Nope.
Whoopsie. Hold on.
That's sad, dude. Well, it's not sad. Well, it's sad for the Panthers, Carolina.
Is.
Been okay. Do you want to talk about the Cardinals?
No, I'm not there yet. We'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get there. Don't be
Cowboys.
I'm sorry,
the Cowboys
Alex.
beat the Giants, and it was not close. 21-6. Giants are pretty bad. The Cowboys, they get a win, and everybody. I'm sorry, but sorry, cousin Andrew. Everybody's on
nuts.
the Cowboys.
Beat the
bandwagon
Giants
again. I'm like, be a good team, and I'll say something.
Yeah. What's the Cowboys?
They're 10-4 right now.
Who are they going against this year? Like, who's left? Washington. Okay, they're going to win that one.
I mean, the Cowboys will most likely win the division.
They're going to win
top.
the division.
They're going to win the division.
Well, because they're going to beat Washington. They're going to beat the Eagles.
I
don't know about the Cardinals.
They have going for them right now is their defense is playing quite well.
Yes.
But I will, to cousin Andrew's credit, he is not happy with Dak Prescott right now.
He's not good. Well, Dak Prescott's not playing well.
He's not playing well, and ever since he had a leg injury that kept him out the
Mhm.
one game. I think it was against the Giants where
And then there was
they
also
won.
that other leg injury.
well, there was a really bad one. He came back. He was all right in the beginning of the year. Then he went out for a game. He came back, and he's not as good, but
Right.
they need to figure it out because down the stretch, like we say. Texans beat the Jags. Who cares? Dolphins beat the Jets. They have now won 6 games after being 1-7.
That's crazy.
Yup.
I think the Dolphins are going to go to the playoffs at least.
They might.
Yeah,
They could.
I think they will.
Go Waddle.
Go Waddle. Waddle's out right
All right, Josh.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
Lions beat the Cardinals 30-12 in Detroit.
Thank you. I'm happy that it's not just the Vikings,
Right?
and I'm happy that it was one of the biggest. They were number one for half of the season. The Cardinals.
Yeah, yeah. So the thing about that is the Cardinals, that's 2 losses in a row for them because they lost to the Rams last week. The Lions, I think now they know they're not going to make the playoffs, so they're literally just playing for pride. And when you can go in against the top, going into yesterday, the Cardinals were the top in the NFC. Arguably, Green Bay's right there with them.
Right.
But the Cardinals was also not lost on the road. This was their first road loss this year, and the Lions just took it to them. It was never close.
No.
I think at one point it was 27-0 or something close to that, and that's really unfortunate for the Cardinals because all they had to do was win, and they had to play it. Nobody has claimed a playoff berth yet or going into yesterday, and the Cardinals could have secured it, and they didn't. So
Yeah.
and the Cardinals also have to worry about the Rams coming up behind them.
Mhm.
So, yeah, they really
The Lions
missed an opportunity.
will probably win one more game this season, and that'll be against the Falcons. That's next
they
week.
also have the Vikings again,
No,
don't they?
no.
Oh, they played them both all right.
They played them
That's
both.
Right. That's
Yep.
right.
So
they lost on a last-minute field goal,
Mhm.
and then they beat them.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Bengals and Broncos. Bengals at Broncos. Bengals won 15-10, which puts the Bengals now in first place in the AFC
I feel
North.
bad for Broncos fans, man. Teddy
Bridgewater
had
took a
death
pretty
wish.
nasty hit.
God, why does he do that to himself? That's not the
I
first
know,
time
that
he's
was
done that either.
That was a pretty
And-
bad
I called
hit.
it. Didn't I call it? I said
You did.
he's gonna run.
He got
He's gonna
taken
get
off
a
on a
concussion.
gurney in an
Mhm.
ambulance,
Yep.
and I don't think he was conscious.
He was.
Was
Did
he?
you?
Was?
Yeah,
I thought his
saw
eyes
the-
were closed.
No, his eyes were open. He was looking around.
Oh my God.
It was a pretty rough
Either
hit.
way,
He's
bad.
okay from he got taken to the hospital. They kept him overnight. Nothing like serious, but
Right.
you got to wonder. He's already had a really tough injury a few years ago with the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
This could be one of those. Got to think seriously
Maybe
about
we just
continuing to play.
With
maybe we
Locke,
just
yeah.
call it.
Right. Locke is their secondary.
Yes.
That's who. Yeah, and he
Drew
kind of
Lock, yep.
did okay. He
He did
kept
decent.
him up.
He did a couple plays, but
Yeah.
the Bengals were
Obviously better.
they were playing well yesterday.
Yeah.
The Packers were at the Ravens, and Lamar Jackson did not play. But the
Nope.
interesting thing about this is that the Ravens they scored at the end of the fourth quarter, and once again, John Harbaugh goes.
I don't know
for
why they went
two.
for two. They shouldn't have gone for two. Overtime it.
Yes,
Just do it.
now the first time this happened a couple weeks ago against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And everybody defended John Harbaugh. Oh, I know why he went for it. His defense is beat up. You know, he doesn't want to get in another offensive series. Like, he lost anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
Go for the overtime
So why
to give
would
yourself a chance.
you lose on one play or you go on another drive? Maybe they score. Maybe they kick a field goal. You come back and you score a touchdown this
Yep,
time.
I
So everybody
agree.
defended him that week. This week, he does it again. They go for it. You don't have Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And they lose 31-30. And they could have won that game if maybe they kicked a field goal. But even earlier in that game, I think we talked about this in our Facebook Messenger, they went for it on fourth when they could have kicked a field goal. So right there, you're missing 3 points when it doesn't even come down to that. So I don't think he's going to get it, the benefit of the doubt this time.
No. They better start thinking about their plays.
And I think about that position. You were losing. I think it was a 2-touchdown game at one point. I think it was 28-14. And Aaron Rodgers is rolling. They're not going to, the Packers, once they get ahead of steam,
Yep.
you have to come up with a stop or you got to throw touchdown for touchdown with them.
Yeah.
So to come back with Tyler Huntley, who's nobody ever heard of before
He's
this
doing
year, and to come down to a 2-point conversion play, it's just, and now that bumped them out of first place to where they it's feasible they may not even make the playoffs because they're one of the 8 and 16s.
I gotta look at the.
So you went
picture now.
from number 1 in the AFC North to maybe missing the playoffs, depending on what happens. Lamar Jackson will probably be back next week.
He should be.
Okay, NFL.com playoff picture. Let's look at this. Like I don't know anymore. Chiefs are still in the hunt for first seed. Wow. So it's Chiefs, Patriots, Titans, Bengals, Colts, Chargers, Bills.
No, you did all the.
That's
You did
AFC.
both. You did.
I'm sorry.
Say that again.
This is AFC.
Okay.
Yep. Chiefs, Patriots, Titans, Bengals, Colts, Chargers, Bills. Those are the top 7. In
Okay.
the bubble,
Right.
Ravens, Browns, Steelers, Dolphins, Broncos, Raiders.
Yeah, it's nuts to
That's
have.
ridiculous.
I mean, that's what I love about this year is that there's so many.
Anything could happen.
Exactly. I mean, you just when
The Browns can go to the Super Bowl.
they could But now they don't have Baker Mayfield right now, and some of their position players, which is why they're losing 10-0 to the Raiders.
Packers
right now.
did clinch playoff spot.
Did they? Okay.
They did. They clinched it.
They have the best record now. They're 11.
Yeah, they're 11-3. Yep.
Yeah. So
Oh my God. So NFC is Packers, Cowboys, Bucks, Cardinals, Rams, Niners,
if
Saints.
we win tonight as the Vikings, where does that throw us?
you're 6 and 7.
6 and 7. That'd be in the NFC. That would put them.
You're still in the hunt, technically,
still.
Oh,
but
okay.
the problem is
No one is above
the
that,
wild
though.
card is probably going to possibly both of them could come out of the NFC West because you have the Cardinals leading that division. You had San Francisco; they're on a roll right now.
They are.
and you have LA Rams.
Mhm.
So it's possible. Both the wild cards will come out of that. You could have 3 teams from that division in the playoffs,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
The Bears are still in the hunt.
Yeah.
At 4-9.
Not
They
after
haven't- well-
tonight.
well-
And the Giants.
They
Not after
haven't been
tonight, am I right?
mathematically eliminated.
Yeah.
They haven't been mathematically eliminated.
If the
but
Vikings win, the Bears are out.
yes.
Right?
Yep. Go Vikes.
One more game to talk about.
Yeah.
I alluded to it a little bit earlier. The Saints beat the Buccaneers.
Yeah,
9-0 now.
Garbage game.
Here's the thing. The Saints are 4-0 against Tom Brady as a Buccaneer in the regular season.
That's nuts.
But the one time they played in the playoff, the Bucs killed them
Yeah.
and ended. It didn't end it, but it was the last game that Drew Brees ever played.
Ended his career.
So
in a
it
sense.
finished his career. It
Yes.
didn't end his career, but he
Right.
finished his career playing that playoff game, and then Tom went on to win the Super Bowl. So
Yep.
I wouldn't worry if I was Bucs fans.
Oh. Brown just got a touchdown.
Yay!
There you go.
10-7 right now. 4
Go
minutes in the third.
So that's
left.
it for the NFL. This is a very exciting month for the NFL. The problem is they're getting
We're not done yet.
pounded by COVID right now.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yes.
players are out. There's 2 games today. There's 2 games tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
There was supposed to be 2 games Saturday, but they moved one of them to today.
That was the Eagles
So-
and Washington moves.
No. They did, but
Yeah.
the Saturday game was supposed to be this game, the Browns and Raiders. That
Yeah.
got moved to today.
But like half of Brown's roster's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. And even the Ravens they have like 20 players either on injured reserve or on out for COVID, and then they lost 2 more
Wow.
yesterday, and they still almost beat the Packers.
Fantasy is very difficult this year.
Oh,
because of
fantasy's
it.
in shambles. I'm
Everything is either-
probably losing all of my playoff slots
Everything is
today.
either out,
like this
questionable, injured, reserved.
Yep.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
PTO, Alex
Doubtful.
and I are not going to be in the playoffs.
Nope.
It's going to be.
I am.
I'm out.
Yep, you're going to beat me, Brett. So it's going to be Brett, Patrick, Rick, and Quentin.
Yep.
Everyone else is on the bottom slots, and the same with the other league.
So-
So I'm going to say this.
The playoffs have started in our bigger league.
Yeah.
hmm We've got this week left for
Right,
the other league.
Right. The playoffs start next week for
Yeah.
our PTO league.
I don't know about doing 2 leagues next year.
No.
I like focusing on
good on
on
one.
one. Like I think it's too many players, too many stats. It's overloaded for me.
Alex and I can't focus.
I mean, I get it. At the same time,
We're doing other things during
that's
the week.
thing. Like
She has lost
some
her
people
opportunity
do.
at playing players 3 times this year.
I know because I'm too busy doing promos or doing something. I'm like, oh shit, that's right.
This is
I
the
gotta do
busiest
my
we've been this
do my
year, so-
fantasy now too, and then I forget about it. And then
I'm going to say
lose.
we're probably dropping one of them, and it's not going to be the PTO league next year. So we're ready to have our own league, and we've got our own crew of people.
It's definitely something I want to do every year because it's fun.
Oh, fantasy's fun, yeah.
But I can't do more than one league.
Yeah, I can't focus
I
on
think
2.
The people that do 5 and 6 leagues would say that.
That's freaking crazy.
I don't care. They probably don't have other hobbies.
Yeah, right.
They're not
How do
Twitch
you know?
streamers.
Maybe
They're not
they do.
YouTubers. They're not
They
podcasters.
might be. You don't know that.
I'm saying I have a busy life as well. I mean, I'm doing so much more this year than I ever have, and I can't do 2 leagues to focus on my players. I'm not doing well in either. Both
Yeah.
Alex and I both did not go to the playoffs due to this because we weren't able to focus on what we were actually
I'll
doing.
say
this year.
half of it. It's focusing
The
on.
trash talker in me wants to say maybe you didn't go to playoffs because you suck.
No, I'm just not paying attention.
That's why you suck.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, I'm
But-
making money elsewhere.
Generally, I will usually look into my stats, look into my players, see when if they're questionable, how questionable are they to play, and why are they hurt? Are they going to come back in? And who are they versing? What team are they at? How good is that team doing? Like, I actually looked into it, and now I'm just honestly like, by the time I'm setting my roster up for the week, I'm like, well, this person looks good, and
Alex
I'm
and I are
setting
in
them
front
and
of.
leaving them.
We're dealing with streaming in front of cameras 7 times a week.
Well, it's not even that. It's just this year's just been so.
We're busy.
It's busy. It's been an extremely stressful year
Yes.
in last couple months, and
It has not
especially
been
this
a
last
good year for us, and
these
we don't
last,
want to
like,
deal
8
with it.
weeks. So it's like it's just one other thing I've got to deal with.
I mean, I don't blame you. I've done the most I've ever done is 3, and one of them always got pushed to the. I
remember you
had
saying
like
this.
like 40%, and then 20%.
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of attention.
That's not.
So-
It's not what I want to do. I want to give 100%
But
of what I
I don't
can.
mind doing 2
Yeah.
leagues.
I get it.
I liked going hardcore and trash talking and stuff like that because I felt like I knew my players better, and now it's like right now it's just
I don't even know who I have playing.
it's low on my tier list of in my mental checkbox right now to have active. One of my boxes, fantasy's kind of only halfway open right now.
It's not. Yeah. And I know people in that league who live and breathe fantasy, and they can shut
Well,
up.
and it's not just fantasy; it's sports in general.
Right.
Yeah.
It's,
I was like,
you
come on.
guys are casual sports fans.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'd mind more
They
casual.
are. Some of them are hardcore sports fans.
Like, I can ask Patrick about a question about his team, like from 30 years ago, 30,
know,
even
yeah.
before he was born, and he'll
Yeah.
give me the stats
stats
of almost
and
half of
stuff,
it.
yeah.
His dad, he says his dad is better. If we've had this conversation, I was like, Patrick, are you that knowledgeable? He's like, well, my dad is actually a better one.
He
And
probably gets it all from his dad.
yeah, well, they bond over it. It's their thing.
It's cute.
So I'm in shambles in fantasy this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not making it past
I have
round 1 of playoffs.
our bigger league. I'm not doing well, and I didn't make the playoffs. Our league, me
You're
and
freaking
Patrick,
popping off.
me and
man.
Patrick are tied for the best record, but I think I'm going to finish with the top record.
You were number 1 draft and number 1. You're gonna be number 1 in our
Yeah.
league.
Hmm.
Isn't that crazy?
Pretty cool. Now, the one thing I will say that it lacks a little bit of something because
We don't-
we're
you don't-
we're an 8-team league. We're not a 10-team.
But
league.
and you don't talk to any of our crew as often,
That's true.
which you have the opportunity to. You just don't.
Well, I mean, the only people in our league that that I don't have long-term relationships with is Quentin and Brick.
right.
Yeah.
Everybody else.
Who you've met many times.
Yeah,
and they can
yeah. I
at
mean,
least
I
have-
know them and
Yeah.
I'm friendly with them, but they're not 20-year friends, like, or maybe not 20-year, 10-year
Put
friends.
Patrick on a pedestal there.
Well, I
Patrick,
guess I've
you've
known
just been upgraded.
20-year friendship.
I've known cousin Andrew obviously a long time, and I've known you guys a long time, and I've known Rick a long time.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. We're just busting your balls because the way you said it. No, Patrick's been more active as far as talking to you more than
Yes.
anybody else.
Yeah.
This
They have a
the
lot in
past few
common,
years.
that's why.
Absolutely. Yeah.
well, me, Rick, and Patrick are closer in age.
Oh yeah.
At
Yeah.
least me and Rick. How old is Patrick?
He'll be 40 in
May.
May.
But I'm only 3 years older than you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Wait, how old are you?
Are you gonna be 37?
Yeah.
Holy
Nick, well, in 2022.
Yeah, he just turned 36.
Holy crap. 37, Brett.
Holy crap, 30.
It's first
4,
year of my
Josh?
late 30s.
Oh man. Hasn't been a good one.
No, it really hasn't.
We'll do our year wrap up as well at the end of this show too. So
I
There we
don't
go.
want to be 33. It sounds like a bad number.
all right. Do we have anything else you want to say about fantasy and football?
Nah.
I think
No.
I'm we still got a couple of games left this week. It's
It'll
crazy.
be The lead up to the playoffs will be fun. The playoffs
Who's playing
is always
Christmas?
fun.
Do we have anybody playing on
Packers
Christmas?
and the Browns is one game. There's 2 games on Christmas Day.
Ooh, Packers and Browns.
If they don't get some players back, the Browns, then it's not going to be a close game.
By Saturday, they should.
They should,
right?
yeah, they should.
As long as some of them
That'd
aren't
be a good
showing
game.
signs. As long as
I hope
it's a good
I
game.
hope the Browns win tonight just to make that game somewhat significant.
Mhm.
Yes.
If the Browns can pull it off, I mean, it's a 1-score game right now.
Yep.
Well, from last checking. So, anyways, what was that sound?
What?
Oh, that must be Snickers.
Stickers is she's drinking out of her bowl.
Yep. What do I want to go into next?
I don't have much to say about playing and watching, but
Okay.
I did finish the Halo campaign.
Wow.
And you did.
Is it
Oh.
good?
Well, I'm starting it.
I hear
and
there's
hopefully-
multiple endings or something, or there's.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
It's fine. Of the whole game, I cared more about the open world part than the actual story missions part.
Yeah.
But I've darn near 100%ed what you can do in the open world part.
Oh, good.
Wow.
I've
That's
done all the
awesome.
HVTs and all the forward operating bases and all the outposts.
Did you
So-
gonna go back for the skulls?
Probably. I haven't collected
What'd you play it
skulls
on?
always. What do you
He
mean?
did normal.
Normal?
Yeah.
And that was enough of a challenge. I really did not want to be challenged in this. I just wanted to go through
You
it.
just
Wanna
wanted
enjoy
to
it.
lay
Yeah.
back. I could
Yeah.
do. I'll probably do it on normal.
Yeah. I'm not
And
heroic.
honestly, the end, the 2 bosses at the end were not that hard.
What's the matter? Are we delayed?
Yeah. Well, I am. You're not for some reason.
I don't know.
Oh, it's
Do you
weird.
want my headset? Check
No,
it
it's
with my
fine. I'll
headset.
just take mine off. It's fine.
Haven't you not been listening to yourself this whole time?
No, I have
It
been.
did a
all
thing.
of the
It
sudden,
probably
it
did
did
a-
a thing.
Oh,
and
okay.
now
My computer's been doing that. I
I'm
think it goes through an
delayed,
update
but
and then
you
like
guys
OBS
aren't.
like
So it's
lags
really
or
throwing
something.
me off.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we watched the rest of the Power On.
Oh yeah,
Oh yes, that's freaking amazing,
It
man.
is.
It
That
kind of does go
awesome.
through the 1 and the Series X and S. So it's just like
very
that.
quickly.
Like
Oh.
all of a sudden
I
it's
loved.
there.
I loved seeing these
Well, they don't
last
have
few
to. I
episodes.
mean, the last episode. What's to say? They just launched. Well, they did not address the shortage,
They haven't.
which I didn't expect them to
No.
in this. But
I didn't know there's a 360 shortage when it launched.
I didn't either.
I didn't either.
Did you have a 360 on launch?
I don't think I got it on launch because I was still playing some stuff on the original Xbox,
That's weird.
so I just waited.
Even though it's backwards.
I don't think the first ones were, no, they were. I just was like, I'm just gonna play on my
They
Xbox.
had a specific list that were
They
backwards.
did have a
didn't
list.
they?
Not everything was backwards.
And then
compatible.
PlayStation did that.
I do remember that. I do remember getting the Elite when it came out, and I think I just held off, and then they announced the Elite, which was black instead of white, and it
Yeah.
had the larger hard drive,
Yeah.
and I just got that instead.
It was the Arcade Pro
The
Elite.
And
That
the
wasn't
first
yet.
versions did not have HDMI.
No,
They
I
they
didn't
used
know
the
that. They
component.
had the big freaking plug.
Yeah.
I have one of those in this
When did
closet here.
When did the Slim come out?
Slim came out like 10 years.
Several years later.
Several years later, like 7.
Like
actually.
2010 maybe.
Yeah.
That wasn't the 360. That was.
That was also.
It was.
Yeah.
It was just came out a lot later.
It's just another version.
Huh.
A better
They
version.
actually did 2 versions.
Non-red
'Cause we
ringable
had- we
version,
had
pretty much.
this- Yes, it was like the upgraded.
We had
version.
both versions.
Yeah,
They
'cause we
changed
had
the
it.
button to a touch button.
It was-
Yes, the little like ding. Like
I
it
love
was
that.
nice.
That was a great version of the 360.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Slim was the
The
best.
Slim was nice.
I'm just thinking about it in my head, and it's like, that is an attractive
I
concept.
just
was
remember
very
it
good
just
looking.
because we had it at the townhouse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember going up to it and you just ting.
We had a black Slim, and that thing was
Yeah, it was
just,
black.
It was so nice. Oh, I loved
I
it.
loved my Gears of War Xbox.
Because it had the gears sound.
Had the Gears sound, but it was just that red with the black. And,
Was the light red?
no, the light was not red. The
Oh,
light
they should have
was
done
green.
well. I'm sure they didn't want it to freak out people.
Right. We had enough.
Oh,
enough
I launched it with
experience
red.
That red light.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Power On.
really enjoy it.
Anything stick out?
Other than you said Don Matrick and all of his.
I alluded to Steve Ballmer and what
Yeah.
he said,
He said, "Do it."
which they were terrified. Was
Mhm.
it Peter Moore?
Yes.
Went to him and was like, I need $1 billion to fix everybody's 360s for the next 3 years.
I absolutely love that part.
What's
I have
the
a $1
most
billion
interesting
issue. Can I have some money?
is that the original team did not think Ballmer would do it because he's a numbers guy. He's like,
right.
we're going to spend all this money and maybe this console will
live
will make
on.
happen early. But then Peter Moore, who was not there in the beginning, has this problem. He has to go to Steve Ballmer and say, I need $1 billion to fix all these consoles for the next 3 years, or we're going to lose a lot more than that. And without hesitation, he said, do it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty
Best
cool.
decision ever.
Yeah, because they are.
It helped
Without
us-
that
it helped
decision,
us buy
we
one.
might not have that Xbox
Yeah.
on there.
We
Right now.
the
They
Red Ring
could've-
was solved by the time we bought the arcade.
By the time
I-
we bought it, yes.
I never had a red ring.
We had a
Who was our
hard
friend? Was it Greg? Greg
Our
had
friend Greg
2?
had 3 red rings
Three
Yeah.
red rings.
with his Halo.
Well, because they
Xbox.
explained when you send one in, you probably aren't getting that one back because of the bone pile, as they called it,
They had
Yeah.
a
which
bone
is a
pile.
huge pile of 360s, that red ring that as the engineers got time would go to and try to figure out what was wrong with it.
So it was like the contraction of the soldering was just constantly
Yes.
heating and expanding, and then then coming like they did a picture of it where it
Yeah,
was
it
like
was-
squishing and coming up, and then eventually it just snapped.
Yep.
Because the solder can't be reheated like that, man.
Nope.
Like when you solder something, that's one and done. You know.
And I assume you saw Ryan McCaffrey was in it.
Yeah, he is so he's so
He's
energetic
like-
about it.
What I love about Ryan McCaffrey is at this point, he is the video games industry Xbox expert.
Yes.
As far
And
as
fan
the
at
press.
the
Yeah,
same
and fan.
time.
I should
Yeah.
say the
Yeah.
press. Like some writers and journalists are like, there's one guy, and I do not remember his name, but he's been covering LeBron James for his entire career.
Oh.
But it started in like high school.
No way.
I forget his
Wow.
name. He works for ESPN now, but Ryan McCaffrey is that type of guy
It's followed Xbox.
for Xbox.
Yeah.
He got a job at OXM. That
Mhm.
doesn't. I don't think they are still around.
Oh, Xbox magazine.
And when he took the job, he went and bought an original Xbox so he could know what.
Be a journalist.
Before his interview.
Yeah.
He went and bought one and played some games so he could know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But that's why I followed him, because I think he's a very good journalist and he just knows it all. He just he knows it because
I'm glad
he's
they
a
put
fan.
him in that documentary.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it's a great documentary. If anybody has an opportunity to check it out, it is a 6-parter on YouTube. It's
yeah.
like 40-minute episodes, man. It's great. What do you think of the Uncharted trailer? Being an Uncharted fan, you saw this before Spider-Man. We watched it.
I'll probably see it. I may not go to theaters. I might. I don't know. But I just don't buy Tom Holland as Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
He just-
Are they doing a thing from 2? Is that why the package is coming out of the back of the plane? That's on 2.
That was
right?
on 3.
That's on 3?
Yeah.
That's bad.
That's
that they're
actually
doing
the
on
cover
this.
art on 3 if you look it up.
2 is the train.
2's the train.
That's where I was thinking. Are they just like? It seems like with that being the case, they
Well,
don't care about any of the source
Think
material.
about it. Tomb Raider had the Tomb Raider movie had the ship from the first Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But-
they always take from
But
They did.
the game.
but that was
Yeah.
but the Tomb Raider movie was basically only the first game.
It was just
Yeah.
the game. Like
this
I just
this
I don't know.
Uncharted looks like it just
could jump
did a mash
over.
of everything.
I mean, technically, also in 3, you have throwbacks from when 3 and 4 actually, when Nathan Drake was young and he meets Sully.
Okay.
I mean, the Sully, Mark Wahlberg, is actually probably older than he looks. I think he's in his 50s.
He's in his 50s.
He does not look like he's 50 in this if you look at him. But Sully in Uncharted 1 is a gray-haired older man,
Yeah.
like a father figure for a young Nathan Drake.
Mark Wahlberg is 50.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. So as a fan of the games, you're going to see this and hopefully enjoy it. It looks okay to me.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking the last 3 years. I have not seen more than 3 movies a year.
Yeah, it's true.
And as I was looking what's coming out in 2022, you have Scream, you
Yeah.
have Uncharted. That was my headphones.
We got the Matrix this
There was
week.
like 5 movies just in the first 6 months that I was interested in, that not being one of them.
Right. We do have the Matrix.
That's
I'm
like this
very-
coming
What
weekend,
is today?
right?
2 days. We
It
got the
is.
Matrix in 2 days.
It is, yes. And I mean, we're not probably going to see it in theaters unless we see it this week.
There's
We'll probably-
2
the
days.
Yeah.
one movie that's getting no attention that I kind of wanted to see was American
West Side Story?
Underdog,
Oh.
which is
We saw the trailer for that. That
Yeah.
looks great.
which was the story of Kurt Warner.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Batman,
Oh yeah, that's gonna yeah.
you have Jurassic World.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff that could pull me to the theater in the first part of 2022.
I'm very much excited for the Batman. I saw what did I watch? I think I watched a TikTok on it, and it was actually talking about how this is his year 2. So you're gonna see like an angry Batman, like a little bit more of a not what we're used to seeing. But it could be good. Do you want to go into the movie club?
Yep.
We got to talk about Caddyshack. I'm all right. Nobody worry about me. What'd you think, Brett?
What do you think I thought?
You hated it because it was an old movie that wasn't funny and had to be slapstick in order to be goofy.
I think you liked it.
Josh, you are 80% right.
Yeah?
I didn't hate it, but I did not like it. I thought it was stupid.
Do you know why?
That's the point. It is a stupid movie.
Do you know why it's a big cult following?
No.
Due to the fact that 90% of the script is improv.
I wanted to punch Rodney Dangerfield in the face 3 seconds after he was on screen.
He's pretty annoying.
And the judge is worse.
Oh my God. Okay, so here's the synopsis of Caddyshack if you've never seen it. A members-only golf course has to deal with a brash new member and a destructive dancing gopher. When a caddy is offered a scholarship at college, he is then torn between friendship and his future. Starring Chevy Chase, Rodney Dangerfield, Bill Murray, and Michael O'Keefe.
It felt like 15 scenes that did not connect put in a row. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Everything was its own thing, and it never went any farther than what you saw on screen.
Right.
And like, what's the point of here? There's no story.
The story is...
The actual gopher
I just gave it to you.
is
Actually, that
on
is the
screen for like a minute out of the whole movie. And Bill Murray, I wanted to punch him in the face. He was not funny. I didn't laugh at a single thing he
I
said.
loved his character.
Did you like Chevy Chase?
I loved the scene with him and Chevy
The only
Chase when
times
he's...
that I did laugh was because of something he said.
Chevy Chase is... I think
I
he's good.
love the scene with
he
him and
called
Bill
the
Murray
caddy.
in Bill Murray's home.
Yeah, that
or
was
whatever.
stupid. I'm like,
No,
get
it
this
was
scene
hilarious. That
over
whole
with.
scene was ad-libbed.
I hated it. But he called the caddy like the wrong name like
I know.
4 times, yeah.
that part was funny.
He's giving him all this life advice, and he keeps giving him the wrong name.
Yeah, Chevy
Called him
Chase
by the
got
wrong
old
name.
and grumpy. He should have
He's
stayed
like-
this way.
I own a couple lumber yards. I don't know where they are. Or something.
He's just a rich young guy. Doesn't know what he's doing with his life.
He has all these checks in his
$70,000
lodge or whatever.
The main character is not an easy face to look at for most of the
Yeah,
movies.
his hair is wild.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's
80s hair. But the
late
one
70s.
Tony, the other caddy,
Mhm.
with
Yeah.
always has sleeveless shirts.
He's always smoking.
I recognize him because he's in Porky's.
Yes.
So
That's a movie I haven't seen in a really long time.
The girl that he thinks he knocks up is also in Animal House. She's
yes, I did look her up because
Yeah.
she looked familiar to me.
the...
And
That
is
was
she
the only
supposed
part
to
of the whole
be
movie I actually
Irish?
don't like.
She's supposed to be Irish.
I guess.
She has like an Irish accent.
Yeah,
It's
she's
weird.
She's so what I
foreign
was looking
exchange,
up.
or-
Yeah, she's a foreign exchange student. So I was looking up backstory. There was a scene in the movie that they cut out
Would've
that
helped.
obviously they needed to keep in because you have no idea any importance or significance about this person other than she's got this thick accent. She's there on some kind of foreign exchange student thing, and then she gets knocked up. Or thinks she gets knocked up, but she doesn't get knocked
And then
up.
the movie starts with this house with 100 kids in it. I'm like, where are all these kids coming from? And
That
why
is-
is there all these kids in this house?
Well, I'll tell
then
you
you
why.
see Danny. That's his name, right?
Danny.
Yeah. Yep.
Tony.
Yes.
Or I don't know.
So-
Kenny. I think
Kenny.
was
I don't know what else he calls him.
Danny, Kenny. I don't know.
Wait, she's like, it's Danny, sir. All right, Kenny.
So okay. I'll tell you why. So this was written off of real life experience of Brian Doyle Murray. You know who that is?
No.
Lou in this movie. Lou, the caddy's boss.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's Bill Murray's brother.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
That's he's been in a lot of stuff before.
Yes.
He was.
Yes. He's got
in
a
Christmas
lot.
Vacation. He's
Yeah.
the boss.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. He wrote this on real life experience. He had that many siblings.
Wow.
And he worked for a caddy.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Yep. The guy who plays forgot the main character's name.
Danny?
I was gonna call him Kenny. Danny, he actually avoided golf for 20 years after this movie, so he didn't get like, oh, you can start a movie, but you can't play
yeah.
golf.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can kind of feel like he felt obligated to not show up because he would probably be like, "Oh, I'm gonna play you and I'm gonna beat your ass." That should have been in Caddyshack. The entire Cinderella story is improvised with Bill Murray announcing his own sports moment. All that he asked was for a row of mums and a golf club.
Yep.
And he just did a whole sports bit on himself. Mm-hmm. Ted Knight, who plays the judge, actually did not like the improv heavy moments in the movie. He got fed up and was not able to follow along.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I read that.
Bill Murray, Chevy Chase, and Rodney Dangerfield were all supposed to be cameos, but they were brought into main roles due to the fact that the collaborations on set were doing so well.
It is not a far stretch to believe that everything Rodney Dangerfield does is improv because it's so ridiculous.
It kind of is. Did you see Ladybugs?
No.
Oh, I thought you did. Why would I have mentioned that movie with you before?
I don't even know what that is.
He's a
coach or something, isn't he?
I'm
thinking
yeah,
of
yeah,
the
he's a
school.
coach. He's a coach.
Oh,
okay, he's a coach of a soccer team, and his girls' squad is losing, and if he loses again, he's going to lose his job being the coach, and so he hires a boy to dress up as a girl to be the center for his team. Her name is Martha, I believe, and his actual name is Matt. That's the character.
Okay.
Wouldn't blow over well today.
No, probably not.
Yeah, he was forced into it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a move.
Okay.
So Dangerfield was new to films in 1980. He didn't know what action meant.
Oh, I heard about this. I heard
Harold
about this.
Ramis, the director, had to say many times on his first scene, action, and Rodney Dangerfield did nothing. So Ramis then eventually had to say, hey, do your bit. And then he'd come in.
Yeah.
So Rodney Dangerfield didn't even know. And the candy bar bit was based on a real event that actually happened to Lou Loomis, Brian Doyle Murray. It actually happened to him. He had that. Yeah.
But it was a candy bar, right?
It was a candy bar. It was a candy bar. Yep. So Brett, you're saying the gopher scenes, you didn't like them.
I mean, they're pointless, but it's just part of the movie.
But it was a very small part of the movie.
I know, but it's just
right.
a tacky, funny part of the movie. That's just what it is.
Those were filmed on an actual soundstage with better film. That's why they look better in the actual movie. After each daily shoot, the cast would go out and party. It is said that cocaine was the driving force of the film.
No shit.
Many would do a line around noon. It's like they had to...
Who would have thought?
They're like, all right, I got an idea for this next scene.
I mean... Ted Knight, I wouldn't be surprised if he was on coke the whole time because he was as animated, only a little bit more control than Rodney Dangerfield.
Right. I mean, and of course, Rodney, everyone had
that's just
that sneaking suspicion that he was
the way he was.
He was that way. The na stuff was based on the $1 Million Man when he's running. So it was basically Chevy Chase saying he's the $1 Million Man. Besides two scenes, this film barely takes place in a Caddyshack.
Yeah,
that's also true.
Oh.
We're gonna knock over the gumball machine. See all that? What's that? Gumball. Don't pick him up.
So that's all the facts I have on the film.
I think it's awesome.
In Rotten Tomatoes, critics give it a 73, fans give it an 87%.
I can see that.
So it is a cult favorite for a lot of people. I give it myself personally an 8. I've seen it like 8 times though my entire life. So
yeah, I'd probably give it the same.
Yeah.
Just because like
you didn't like it, Brett.
Nah, just leave it at that.
Okay,
you can at least say you've seen Caddyshack now.
I can't.
Yeah, you've seen Caddyshack, you've seen Animal House, you've seen a lot of Ghostbusters.
The guy that owns everything or whatever.
Ted Knight.
Yes, I think
the judge.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he he reminds me a lot of, like I said, like I thought you'd think he was funny just because he reminded me like of an annoyed you.
Did get
just like at the end where he's like, well,
mad at everything.
We're waiting.
He got mad at everything. But
see his wife with the wine bottle.
Okay, I laughed at that part. That was funny.
Ding! It shatters the boat.
That part was funny.
She takes the wine bottle to the front of his yacht. It just breaks the front of it.
Oh, no, the old people. Whee!
Oh, okay. So Josh and I are laughing at that part because we're totally seeing each other when we're in like our 80s and 90s playing golf. Just, the old lady, that your ball's over here, blah, blah, blah. Whee! She's just swinging her
into the water. Doesn't even care.
Oh, it's adorable. I like the movie.
Yeah. Okay, so next movie.
It's your pick.
Yeah, it's your pick.
Well, I hope you pick what I think you're going to pick, because if you don't pick it, I'm going to pick it.
Please let me in on
Enlighten us.
Well, you showed it to me downstairs.
That's what she said. That's got to be the title.
I showed it to you downstairs. What did I show?
No Time to Die.
Oh.
Yeah, we should actually make that the movie.
I mean, you don't have to make it that because you'll watch it anyway, but
I'm cool.
I really want to talk to you guys about it.
I'm cool
That's
with that.
why.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
No
I'm
Time
cool
to
with
Die.
that just because I really want to watch it. We're gonna watch it
It's
tomorrow.
coming out. It's coming out on Blu-ray, or it's already has come out. It was either going to be that, or it's going to be this other movie that I was thinking I was going to make it The Matrix Resurrections and make an argument over you choosing a fourth movie, Brett. But there's still an option of Alex choosing it. But yeah, I think we should do No Time to Die.
Yes.
There was another one I was going to suggest that I've been wanting to watch.
What?
It has Chris Pratt in it. It's called The Tomorrow War.
Never heard
it's
of
on
it.
Prime, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never heard
I
of
thought it wasn't getting very good reviews.
Because Hollywood hates guns. I don't know. I hear it's good. I hear it's bad at the same time. So
ask the cast and crew.
they also don't like Chris
Death
Pratt
Wish
in
about
Hollywood
that.
because he's an honest Christian. So, anyways, moving on from there, we'll do No Time to Die, which is the last Daniel Craig James Bond, and
Mhm.
So we think.
No, it is.
No,
It is?
He's done.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
done.
okay.
Oh man! So moving on from there, I want to lay some Christmas facts.
I was
on
just
you
gonna
guys.
ask, what's this Christmas facts you have written on the board?
It's just like 7 or 8 facts about Christmas that you guys might find interesting that I've actually just learned today, actually, about the average American and the meanings behind some stuff on Christmas.
Mhm.
So, mistletoe. Did you know that that actually means dung on a twig and is fertilized by bird droppings?
Nope.
And we kiss under it.
Why?
It's just a tradition.
That's just the tradition.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Yeah.
We don't have a mistletoe. We should make one.
How about we don't? Because that's poop on a twig, Alex.
I believe it's toxic.
With
to-
poop on
It is
top
toxic.
of it.
Animals,
do
too.
you want to eat poop?
Remember that from Batman Returns? Mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it.
Yeah.
But a kiss can be even deadlier if you mean it.
That
Yes.
was the Selena Kyle.
That was Selena Kyle.
Yep.
Yeah.
The average American will spend $1,000 on gifts this year.
Not me.
this
I'm
American.
not spending the average.
Not this American.
Not this
Nope.
American.
Not
either.
this American.
Right? You just buy something for your parents, right?
Yeah. And
Is that all you
it's-
give?
Yeah, it's just stocking stuffer type stuff. And
That's
I
all-
probably won't even do it this year. And I told them that.
Mm. You don't give anything to them?
If I had $1,000,
No, I mean that's what I get them.
Oh.
And the reason I do that is because in my family we just
You like to see each other, right?
It's
just
an
hanging out.
understanding that we all have better things to spend our money on, and we don't need
Anything made that
There
you
are
give each other?
no there are no
anything, or-
grandkids in my immediate family,
Right.
so my family just if we
I
want
feel like
something,
that's who we spoil.
we
the
go
most.
get
like,
it.
We just
you
go
know?
and get presents for the
my
kids.
my parents, if they want something, they go buy it.
Right.
I do the same thing. You know,
Right.
And
The concept of gift giving can be convoluted that way, of it being like, I spent $20
it
on
turns
you,
in-
you spent $20
Oh yeah,
on
it turns
me.
into a competition.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I got you something better that made you feel more homely and warm inside, and you got to.
And I read something.
I got okay. So yesterday I got a gingerbread house out of the Christmas gift
we
exchange.
got
that
a
we did.
gingerbread
I'll
house
tell you, I don't
making
want a
kit.
damn gingerbread house.
You know, but we're
could
going
eat
to
it.
use it
I
tomorrow
would.
night.
Yeah, we're gonna.
But
We'll
I read something very
bond over
interesting, and I actually think this way. Is it was some post that said, "Don't come if you get me a gift. Don't say it's not much to me because you took time to either think of me and buy something for me or make something for me."
What's that say about the
And
gift then? If you say that,
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
I thank you. Don't ever think that it's not enough because
funny you
did
say
this for me.
75% of people don't like the gift they receive.
That's crazy. You know.
People are getting selfish with their
I
gifts.
do think that it
I did
is-
just say that I didn't like my gingerbread house,
I'm
but then
always
Alex is like, "Hey, we're gonna use this."
I'm
Like that
always
makes me feel a little better.
appreciative of what I get.
Right, you always have been. It's not like
well,
you know,
it's so cliche to say it's not the object, it's the thought behind it.
Yes,
Yeah.
But that's true, you know.
which will bond over a gingerbread house.
Yes,
You have to
that's
build
going to
it?
create a
We'll build
very
it, yeah.
lasting memory tomorrow night.
You are most likely
Are
to
you
break.
gonna have hot chocolate and a Christmas movie playing in the background.
Yeah, and we'll play
And
Twister.
we're gonna play Twister too, because
Just you two?
because tomorrow's
weird.
couples night.
Oh, that's right.
No, I won Twister in the gift exchange,
Mhm.
so we're gonna play Twister
Oh.
and watch
Have
James
you ever
Bond.
played Twister?
Long time ago. Have we played Twister?
You played
together?
Twister, not with me, but you played Twister at that first.
I played it at like
at
one
that-
of our
that first gathering you had at work.
like our work
Yeah,
meeting,
yeah.
or our work get
You
together.
did great. You were also limber back then.
I was, yeah. I'm joking around with everybody saying that we're gonna play Naked Twister tomorrow.
Well, I was just going to ask her. Well, I wasn't going to ask her.
She was gonna assume.
I'm just gonna assume
Yeah, pretty much.
we're gonna have Home Alone playing in the background. We're gonna play Naked Twister tomorrow.
Then Kevin's
Nobody come knock on the doors.
look in the windows.
Nobody look in the windows. We're gonna be covered in gingerbread.
You are most likely to break up with your significant other 2 weeks before Christmas.
See, I always thought it was the other way around. Is you try to find somebody to take,
It's more Valentine's.
you know?
For Valentine's is that? But
Well,
I can see.
but you don't go to family gatherings for Valentine's Day.
No.
But
said
you
be
do go to
weird.
family gatherings, and to avoid, because I've been in this position, to avoid the questions of, oh, who are you seeing? Or, hey, you got a girlfriend or anything like that, because the rest of your family is married, which
Right.
is the case in my family.
Right.
Yeah.
I know your family. Like, they're a very traditional family. Married, have kids. Or around your 20s. I mean,
Yeah.
Andrew,
Yeah, I
when did
feel
he
like-
get married?
I feel like that's both of our
Um,
families,
yeah.
but I feel like our family's breaking that tradition.
We're not.
Me-
I don't
Duh.
remember.
That's what I
You
mean.
don't
think
remember. It's
he
been
was-
that long.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely in his early 20s.
See, just like that. Like, that just seems to be the norm for some. I want to say like
It's the Midwest.
small town
It's a
Midwest
thing.
families. It's the what's the nuclear family view? Over 15,000 people will go to the ER for holiday decoration related injuries.
I assume that's falling off your roof or
I
something.
hope not.
Outdoor.
I wonder what
Falling
that
off a ladder.
consists of.
Electric shock, probably.
Ask Tim
That's going to
Taylor.
be taken.
Burns.
That's
Ask
going to be
Tim
taken
Toolman
way
Taylor.
down. That's going to be taken way down, considering the way we went to LEDs now. Like Christmas
way.
lights and stuff are LEDs.
You're still falling off the damn
You
roof.
still hang lights on the house.
Have you
You said
seen?
electric shock.
I did
That's
say
what
electric
I'm
shock.
trying to say.
That
That can
Burns
still
and
happen.
electric shock.
Fires can still happen. I mean, think about it. If your tree gets, caught on fire, God forbid,
I would just think people getting sick.
decorated
You wouldn't
related
might go to
injuries.
the ER
That's what
for
I
sick.
would say. I would think people getting sick because right now is like the sniffly, coughy, COVID, flu season, and then you're going in and hanging out with family and you're going to spread that shit around. So that's why I would think that hospitals would be up, but I can't
But
think of
this
it like
is specific to decorating.
Decorating. 15,000
Decorating?
people. 15,000 people. A lot of it's got to be falling. Just a lot of it. The average American
Or
will.
smashing your, stapling your
Oh,
hand or something.
the
Anyway,
freaking-
sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Just think about that. The average American will consume over 7,000 calories on Christmas Day.
hell yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Not
you
me,
could-
but I don't think I could eat
Some
7,000.
people go to 2 and 3 and 4 family gatherings, so there's always something to eat.
Alex and I normally do that on Thanksgiving. I don't think we did that this year. I think we've really just kind of stayed pretty on the low radar of eating for that. I don't know. Maybe it was just subconsciously we didn't. But, we got through, at least having a few turkey meals. But I don't know about Christmas Day for us. We'll probably have a good breakfast, and then we'll probably only have 2 meals.
Aren't you staying at your folks?
No, not Christmas Day.
At
We're
Christmas Day.
going-
We'll be here for Christmas.
Yeah, we'll be here for Christmas. Yeah,
Okay, so it
When are
says
you leaving?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Oh, okay.
It says that 41% are fall related.
So almost half.
Almost half.
That makes sense.
That's what I got out of
Yeah.
it. I was like, it's got to be something with a ladder.
One more fact here about Christmas Day, and we'll move on from this topic here. The artificial tree was invented by a toilet brush company. And that makes sense.
The what?
The artificial tree.
Are you kidding?
I mean, look at it. It's basically a toilet
That's
brush
true.
that's green.
I know we've talked about this before, but
Oh, okay. All right, I figured it out. I know what
Okay,
the
hold
other
on,
ones
Alex.
are.
Brett was.
I'm sorry, I figured it out.
Stop.
we used to get real trees when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and it makes the biggest mess.
Needles,
It is
man.
Needles.
The needle.
Not
even artificial do it too.
Yes, but even with real trees, you gotta water it like every other day.
Oh, that's it. Alex is like, she loves watering plants. So that's like her go-to
I
thing.
like it.
She's like,
It's
I like the
nice.
plants
You
being in the
talk
house.
to 'em and-
I'm like, if it was my house, they would have been gone. I don't give a crap about a plant.
Yep. What?
Oh, okay. You want to know now?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was 1,700 injuries in 2019. All but 500 of the 1,700 they found in their data were related to decorations. Some of the injuries sustained were by hanging up or taking down decorations with like lacerations from ornament bulbs.
Oh, I didn't think about lacerations.
Or the other one would be opening up Christmas gifts with a knife or sharp object.
Yeah.
No.
If you wrapped a present that can't be opened with anything but a blade, you're doing it wrong.
Well, there's a tradition in my family for us to make. One person has to make the hardest to open present.
I guess it's probably not so much the wrapping paper, but the box, like opening the actual box.
I don't like, my big thing was like when we got Barbies and stuff, and it was those zip ties that like held the Barbie in the box, because you could rip open the whole box and destroy the box and be like, Mom, I still can't get the Barbie out.
The funny thing you say about zip ties, one time my brother wrapped a PlayStation 4 game in all zip ties.
How long did that take him?
Just wrapping it, and then he wrapped the other way.
And then he wrapped this way, and then he wrapped this way.
Man, that had to take like an hour.
He's like, you want to help me?
Yes, it was ridiculous. He eventually got his game though.
Yes, he did. It was.
Wait, he did it, or he received one like that?
He gave
that. He had one of our he had one of Josh's sisters. Boyfriends in a gift exchange. So he said, "Oh, I'm going to make this fun," and he wanted a PS3 game or something.
It's a boyfriend. It's not even an in-law.
Yes, so he wrapped it in a bunch of zip ties.
He would have done it to anybody.
Oh yeah,
my brother.
If it was my gift, he probably would have made it like that.
If he really wanted to commit, he should have done
weaved
like a pie shell, and weaved it. That would have taken forever.
Weaving it through each one.
He
did not weave
it.
He didn't weave
under
it?
over.
I don't
Over.
I don't think.
I know we have a video of him trying to open it.
Yeah, it's a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all I got to say about Christmas. You're gonna go see your folks, right?
Yeah, I'll head down on Christmas Day.
We'll be hosting a breakfast here.
Yeah, we're gonna do, just because we can't really do a lot of giving this year, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So to do the giving part of Christmas, we're going to give the gift of getting together and having breakfast with both sides of the family at the same time.
Yeah.
Which very rarely happens. So that's going to be kind of our gift this year.
How does that happen?
We're going to have both sides of the family.
We're going to have both sides of the
I
family
thought your family is across the country.
Oh, both sides of my family. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
That would be even better, man. That would be awesome. That's like, I feel like that would be, out of all of our parents, that's probably Josh's mom's life's goal, is to get a big mansion and have
because your sister just posted a $33 million mansion in Vermont or New Jersey or somewhere.
Josh said, "I'll bring the napkins."
It was like ridiculously huge.
There is an inside joke about napkins. So
I didn't get the napkins part.
My late great aunt, she just passed 2 years ago. I believe it was 2 years ago. She or last year. She was very, very particular about a specific set of napkins to bring at family gatherings, and so that would be her thing. To do nothing else but bring that. So it's an inside joke with my family of, I'll bring the napkins.
Did you look at the pictures of that mansion?
Yeah,
I didn't.
Jeez.
I just saw like the preview pictures.
There's
plenty. There's a couple big like mansions around here on the outskirts of Fort Wayne that you can look at, that I've sent Josh. And I'm like, look, I found where we can both of our families live here.
Apparently, if a house is getting sold on the market, no one knows about it, you can buy it for whatever value. I think there's a guy down in, I'm not sure which state, it's a southern state. He just called squatters on a mansion and just took it. And then it was up for auction. And I think he won it. And his neighbors are pissed. I think he got it for like $10 or something.
What?
Yeah.
That's a failure on the
housing market.
Well, the problem actually owns the property.
Think about the mansions that aren't being taken at all. There's a lot out there that no one is buying, that's just sitting there.
Nobody can afford it.
It's property that can't be touched.
Well, somebody owns it, but
it's not being used.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. It's just sitting there.
There's only, if, like, for instance, Evander Holyfield or Mike Tyson, a boxer, and I use athletes, they buy these big, huge mansions, but they can't maintain the cost because they don't make $30 million a year for the rest of their life. They make it for like 2 or 3 years, and then they don't make that money, so they end up selling it or
We are
foreclosing
in
whatever.
a 2-story.
And there's mansions everywhere that are are vacant.
We are in a 2-story, 4-bedroom, nice big house right now.
3-bathroom.
3-bathroom. Or 2.5 bathrooms.
We don't even use the bedrooms.
I should say that I already want to hire a maid. Like,
Dishes are piling up again. Laundry's backed up.
How do you take care of a mansion?
Because you don't.
You need a staff.
You have a staff.
You have to have a staff. So it's not just buying the house. You also have to hire a staff.
You have to take care of the lawn. You have to take
and you
care
have
of the
to hire
maintenance of the
somebody
house.
to hire the staff, to manage the staff,
That's what
to work at your
assistants are
house.
for.
Yep.
That's what an assistant does.
Look at how he's laying, Alex.
Let's talk.
Can't be comfortable.
Do you want to do the year in review, or do you have any short nerd news?
And we also have the topic of the week.
Oh crap, we gotta
So we'll touch on the topic of the week.
Let's do that,
and then we'll do the year in
and then
review.
we'll just do like a quick year in review.
I don't have anything as far as nerd news goes. We can pass on that. There's nothing else really to talk about. We saw Spider-Man. We talked about that.
It's the end of the year anyway. There's not a lot.
There is not a lot. So this one is for all of you Christmas wish givers. What is one thing you asked Santa for Christmas this year? Brett, I mean, you're not asking for anything, basically. You're just...
No, okay. So I made this question more like if you could ask Santa this year for any gift. No price tag, nothing. What gift would you get?
A job.
I am on the same...
Item! I don't want people
No.
to... I just want money.
You want material?
No. Like
Security.
An item. Just some kind of hot item. Like, what cool thing? A car! I don't care. Like, I just want it to be, like, out there.
I could pick a car for anything, but if I had to go with something specific because of the signs of the time or whatever, a PS5, because there's Sony stuff I want to play.
Yeah.
You cannot find them.
That's a good
unless you're going to pay double.
Yeah.
Because there are bundles on Walmart.com sold by third party for $900.
It's funny you say that. So Brig bought his Halo console, right?
Yeah.
He was playing Halo over the weekend on his PC.
Did it brick?
No. He goes to his Xbox.
On the PC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
Because he likes it more. He's a keyboard and mouse kind of guy. His PC starts screwing up Saturday night while we're playing, and it starts stretching his pixels. He's like, all right, next time I'm playing on Xbox. Plays on Xbox. Turns off his console after 3 matches because he's like, I can't do the controller. He's like, I can't do it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, really? Dude.
I sympathize.
And then I'm like, okay, so take your controller or take your console and move it over. He's like, well, then I have to do this and this. I'm like, do you have extra HDMI cables? No. What? I have like 5 sitting in my house, dude.
He doesn't have just a pile of HDMI cables.
He's like, I'm not a pack rat.
He doesn't like clutter.
You always keep 1 or 2 for redundancy.
He's like me. He's like me. I hate cords. I hate clutter. This room gives me anxiety with all of this
if you're gonna
stuff hanging around everywhere.
If you're going to be a streamer, you have to have at least 1 backup cord.
Absolutely. I have.
Sorry, Brig.
Yeah, I mean, we're busting his balls entirely on this.
I thought you were going to say his Xbox broke or something.
No, but he's not even playing the console that he paid extra for. He bought it from a scalper extra. Yeah. So
that's how you're going to be able to get it now.
Right, but he wanted it so badly, he's not even playing it now.
Well, why did he want it?
Because it's the Halo aesthetic.
It's the Halo one, and it looks fucking amazing.
Would he have wanted it?
I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I know. I want it.
So anyway, that would be what I would go for because I think as far as materials go, I'm quite blessed.
You're blessed. You're happy with what you have.
Like I need a lot of stuff, you know. I have the things that
I have the couple of things that you'd like. Yeah. I get you. Alex? I mean,
I had a couple things.
Go ahead.
I want to.
Now you know what to get her for.
No,
Christmas,
no. These are going to be out of the water.
Had a conversation.
Out of the not out of the water, but like, I mean, nobody get me any of these things, and I'm telling you that loud. This is just things that I can't get right now that maybe we can get in the future. But I wanted a Playmate.
Oh, a new dog.
I wanted a Playmate for Pixel, but someone to take care of it.
Someone to train it first.
Another dog?
Train it.
I think Pixel would I kicked myself in the butt for not grabbing his
sister.
His brother.
Brother Alex.
His brother Alex when we got him.
You can't have 2 pets named Alex.
No.
Like
we
that was just
his name was Alex.
Pixel's name was Hunter when we.
Those are people names.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what the people who bred him.
If you got another one, would you name it Macaroni?
No, we'd name him Bits. Pixel and Bits.
Noodle was a really close.
Noodle was a really close.
I think we would have done Noodle and Pixel. We don't have to match.
Well, I didn't want Noodle. I wanted Noodles.
That's fine. We would have done that then.
Anyway.
Either way, I wanted a playmate for Pixel.
Layla didn't need a playmate.
No, but
He is a boy.
Layla grew up like traveling with us and was a very calm and quiet dog, and he's got so much energy, and it's a boy, and he really wants to play with the cats, and the cats just don't want to play with him.
Nymeria is getting it.
Nymeria is a bitch.
Exactly. Like, he wants to like play with a dog.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? Now I can see why people like. I know a lot of people that own wiener dogs, obviously in my profession, and everybody has said the same thing. They do way better in pairs. And I could see that with Layla, like Layla having a buddy, but I don't know how well they would have gotten along. But I can definitely see Pixel, if we bring home a puppy, it's going to light up his fucking day. Like, he's not, like, he's going to just, like, that will be like a gift to give Pixel kind of thing.
He would
like,
love a sibling.
Yeah, a sibling. So, but I think that if we were to do that, we would, I'm not mentally ready for that kind of thing yet.
We're still training him.
We're still training
but
him. I'd say after Pixel was like a year old, maybe
we'll see how he does on this trip.
About it
but
next year.
his home life, we know how to read him. We know how to take him out. We know when he needs it. He tells us.
Yes. His
eating habits are normal. His kennel mannerisms are normal. That's something I can say being at home. So we'll see how he is on this trip. And after that, then it's like more of a consideration. Maybe we do get another dog for him. Doesn't have to be a dachshund, but he would love a dachshund.
It'll be a dachshund.
I am a dachshund.
It's going to be a dachshund.
I'm a big dachshund fan.
I have enough people now and enough people I've reached out to that, like when I was trying to find Pixel.
Yeah.
It was like you couldn't find a dachshund anywhere in the United States at that time for some reason.
Now you got like 3.
Now I have like 3 or 4 people going, "Hey, you reached out to us. Well, we have dachshunds now." And I'm like, "Well, I've already got one. Like, I don't really want another one right now. I do, but I don't." But no, that's one. Now watch, somebody's gonna come in the clinic with a freaking dachshund litter, and then be like, "You want one?"
Yeah.
What else?
The other one was gonna be, I want to have my own house, not necessarily like house. I just want to have my own place.
Your own place.
The weight of being here right now and taking care of my mom's house, like, I kind of want to get myself.
Do you feel like you have to put yourself on a pedestal to take care of things?
No, it's just this house. It's too big. I don't want a house right now. Right. Like, I don't want a 2-story house. I really liked having our 1-floor plan at our last place.
Our apartment
Everything was so nice and placed just properly. And for my type of OCD brain, like, there's just so I could see why Mom started so many projects around this house and haven't finished them
because there's so many different things that need to be done.
There's just so many things that need to be done, and it's just, it makes it difficult for me to get motivated living here.
Yeah,
because there's just so much to do with my brain. But no, a new place to live with a new companion for Pixel. Yeah, is what I want from Santa.
If you don't let me use job
and a new car for you.
I was going to say a more reliable car for me was going to be my thing. If you don't allow me to say a secure and well-paying job in this economy. I mean, freelance offers could have been something I asked for Santa. I was like, hey, anybody want any graphics done? But no, a more reliable car. I mean, I use the Sentra when I go out, but then you have to drive the Buick. And you know how
I told everybody at work what we call it.
Bertha.
Big Bertha.
And she's definitely old.
She's cracking down, man.
She's an 03 Buick. She's
cracking.
She's a beast.
She's falling apart.
I'm ready to not have that car anymore. But
I know.
I'm thankful for it, what it does.
It gets us to A to B. That's all it needs to do.
Yep. All right. So as far as Discord goes for these answers on the fan question, let me pull that up for you. We've got one from Brig saying, my mother to not be living in constant pain. Same thing I've been asking for the past 10 plus years. There's always, supplements and stuff that, can help people with that, but depending on what the pain is. One from Crystal on Discord saying, we technically can't have pets, but a puppy.
I could have guessed that. She doesn't want a puppy. She wants Pixel.
Her and Pixel bonded so well.
She wants Pixel.
When they were here, and I feel so bad of how depressed Pixel was
actually got pretty upset when she left.
Her and Patrick both were like,
that was like their child.
Yeah, they both loved. They connected so very well. Yes. Yeah, very good.
Well, he loves you guys, so you guys should come back and visit again.
That's all on Discord. You got social media, Alex?
I do have social media here. Okay, so I've got Terrible Terror Podcast.
Shout out to them.
Just a happy and healthy Christmas for my friends and family in an affordable house in the Bay Area. Yeah. Right? And then we've got Fickle Fanboy Podcast. A shit ton of casts. cash. A shit ton of cash. Spoiler alert. I probably ain't getting it this year either.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have a couple more.
I have to get some water,
I have to scroll up real quick.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna put that on.
Okay. A junior combo once again has responded to us as well on Instagram. Thank you. PS5 under the tree would be nice,
There we go.
or even better, and better knees.
Yeah.
And then we've got where'd it go? Okay, here we go. Jersey Comic Crew podcast, who is who we did the podcast with right before our show, by the way. And we'll be putting a link out once all of that is put together, hopefully in the next day or two. They said PS5. Yeah, right. Yeah, PS5. And only he could possibly get me one at this point.
Right.
Is what they added. And then I did have another one on Facebook here. My mom says snow.
Get out of here, boo.
My mom loves snow. My mom wants snow.
Forget that.
She wants she loves white Christmases. My mom loves sparkly blue lights. Only blue. She does not, like when she does her Christmas tree, she only does blue. That's depressing to me. I don't like it.
What? Depressing?
Yes, it's depressing. It's a blue tree.
Your lights are just white.
They're white. They're like exciting and like they flicker. And my mom just has blue lights.
I always like the multicolored lights.
Oh, I like multicolor too, but like
You guys talking about Christmas lights?
Yes, but I told him like my mom wants snow for Christmas.
Oh no! Get out of here. We're gonna be seeing snow when we go to the Midwest.
Yeah, you will.
My dad says a completely normal 2022.
Hey, there's something.
Yeah, there's something right there.
That is actually a great response.
Yeah, it is.
I would love a little bit of normalcy.
Everything to go back to normal. What was normal? Normal? What's that?
People being a little more chivalrous towards their fellow man.
Right.
Don't want to get all
a new pair of lungs. There you go. That's what I want.
Oh, there you go. That's something to ask for.
A new body.
I think we're good for the question.
Yep, I've got everybody.
Appreciate all the responses.
Discord, right?
Yeah. Yep. Appreciate all the responses, everybody. You guys are awesome. And if you guys ever want to leave a voicemail for the podcast for any of the things that we talk about, the phone number is 224-225-5780, and we have an 24-hour voicemail that you can just go to, and any responses are played on this podcast as long as they are, playable. So 2021 is on its way out for the podcast itself, because we will not be back until January. So we're going to be doing our year in review. We've got some real simple things to talk about: movie, TV show, video game, notable news if you want to, celebrity deaths if there's anything that we can touch on. I mean, Alex, you might have that list up if there's anybody notable. It's been a long year, but it went by so fast at the same time for me anyway, is what I would say. Personally, my year started off on a bad note, and it just got worse for a lot of things, and without getting too emotional on it, it has not been a good year for me. So
not really.
I would say without a doubt 2021 was worse than 2020.
I will agree with that.
I agree.
For me personally.
Personally, I think 21 was worse.
Yes, this has not been a good year off camera. But we've tried to keep our spirits high and try to stay happy, and it's not easy.
So I mean, since we're going to talk about bad things, we might as well do the celebrity death. Screech,
yes, passed. Dustin Hoffman.
DMX.
Not Dustin Hoffman, Dustin Diamond.
Sorry. Dustin Diamond.
I think DMX was a surprise.
Dustin Diamond's, it just sounds like a porn star name, man.
Well, he did do porn.
He did do porn.
Robert Downey Sr.
Yeah, I didn't know him very well as far as an actor.
Ed Asner?
Asner.
Yeah, he was. I just remember. Yeah, him.
Brett, you forgot that Sean Connery passed.
I did. I don't know why I did that.
Did he pass this year or last year?
Last year. Yeah, he died in the Bahamas.
But hey, guys, he died
in the Bahamas.
He had at his Bahamas home.
He had two places he loved: Scotland
and the Bahamas, and that's where he died. So I mean,
he always loved.
It's sad to lose him, but I mean,
did you watch? You didn't watch any of the old James Bonds, right? Of him.
I think I saw
Larry
Dr.
King
No.
died this year.
Oh yes, he did.
I thought that was last year.
Huh.
I think I saw Dr. No, but that was the only one.
I haven't seen any of them.
I didn't.
Oh, Art LaFleur.
I recognize him.
Art LaFleur died?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
What? I know him.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
I know his face.
He died. He actually
He was
died
in the Sandlot,
last month.
He was in Hostage.
He died last month?
November 17th.
We didn't even touch on that.
I don't think it hit our news.
Wow. What else? You said Sandlot?
Sandlot, Hostage. He was the cop.
Rush Limbaugh.
He was in The Replacements, that defensive coordinator in The Replacements.
Okay.
He was in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Rush Limbaugh.
Rush Limbaugh, Norm Macdonald.
And Norm
Norm,
Macdonald. Wow. We didn't watch Dirty Work yet.
I watched it a few months ago.
Yeah.
It's on HBO Max.
We gotta have one of those drunk nights again. I remember getting
Christopher
so
Plummer.
hammered and watching that. Christopher Plummer. Yep. Good actor.
So I looked. I only saw 3 movies this year.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Halloween Kills, and No Time to Die. So No Time to Die is my movie of the year. And again, it's a
Dude.
very small pool because I'm sure I saw other stuff not in the theater, but that would be my movie of the year.
When did Justice League come out?
Snyder Cut came out this year, but it didn't come. The first Justice
You
League.
did you watch the Snyder Cut?
I
Didn't
did
you?
watch the
He
Snyder
did watch
Cut.
it. Remember,
It
he
came out
actually
this year,
said
you
that
said?
he
I'm
liked
sorry?
it.
Yes.
And you didn't like it.
No, I did like it.
You did.
He
Okay.
liked the Snyder Cut.
Sorry.
It's not putting that ahead of No Time to Die. When you mentioned the video games, I did not play much new this year. I did put a lot of time into Far Cry 5, so that was probably the game of the year for me.
Yeah.
I mean, Halo's good and Forza's good, but
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed Far Cry 5.
Halo's more wrapped around the multiplayer, and
Yeah.
it's probably. I mean, I'm not gonna say the campaign is not like something that they focused on, but they focused on the multiplayer heavily.
I think they did more with the campaign this year than all the games before because they had the open world parts where you didn't have to jump right into the.
But a lot of the world
campaign.
is bland.
It is. I mean,
'Cause it's all the same
It gets
thing.
repetitive.
Yeah, they
But
don't
it
have
was
any
fun.
mountains. They don't have any.
The way to keep it
valleys.
not repetitive is to adjust your plan as you go.
Right.
Try to take over an outpost or whatever.
My movie of the year. Wow.
Wait, are we talking a video game of the year? Or are we talking?
Well, Brett did too. Brett did
I
two
did.
things.
I did more. Not my game that came out in 2021. It's the game that I played in 2021
Mhm.
that I enjoyed the most.
Yeah.
But again, my sample size was small.
And you said your movie was No Time to Die. So since he had nothing to really touch on for the movies because there's not a lot to argue about on there. For me, it was going to be either Justice League or Spider-Man, and I'm thinking I'm going to go with Spider-Man. And even though I'm still on that movie high with it, and I don't have a lot of problems with the new Spider-Man movie, I'm going to go with it.
Well, it's an easy. Spider-Man is going to be my movie this year, only because if you're asking, like, let's say, our kids are asking, hey, what, Mom, there's all these movies from 2021. I'm going to name off a whole bunch. You just tell me which one, like, blows your mind the most. And I'm going to be like, oh, I could just definitely tell you.
Snyder Cut was
I know it was really big. Pretty
good for us.
I know it was really big.
Especially
but
the Joker scene for you.
I feel like Spider-Man is everything that everybody's kind of been waiting for.
Yeah, but also you haven't seen Matrix yet.
But we're recording before it comes out, so it doesn't
Right.
count.
We're going to be watching that on our vacation as well.
Yeah, we have a lot of
Brett,
we're
I
gonna
know
have a lot
you're
of
probably
content
not
when we
gonna.
come back.
No,
so
I would love for you to because it's going to be it's basically like a reboot of the first one.
Yeah.
Is what I'm hearing.
I'm
So you might not
definitely-
lose anything by watching it.
I'm definitely gonna say right now that Call of Duty was my game of the year.
I will say Warzone Pacific is my game of the year. And I've only
I
had.
would just say Cold War.
I'll say Warzone.
I know yours is gonna be Warzone.
Now
but,
I can
like,
say I can say
This is the
Warzone
best I've ever done in my life on a Call of Duty game in multiplayer.
and Warzone too.
Yes, and Warzone, but I've only played Warzone like a handful of times. And it's still not enough to. I'm like, I had that hype of a good night. That's fine.
Right.
But I definitely enjoy. Like when we were playing Halo last night, I mentioned it. I'm like, I kind of want to play Call of Duty.
I get your thing about Call of Duty and Warzone.
Like
not
I want to
being,
go
like,
back to just shoot and.
But
I just want to go back to that.
Warzone came off of the engine of Modern Warfare, so at least had the same kind of feel. But I mean, I know Black Ops is more arcadey. And
I
love
really liked Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That was my big game of the year. And I ended playing that game this year, or stopped it to play Halo. I ended by getting my global rank up to 188k when I stopped, and that was like a big
that. It's a big deal.
that was a big deal for me.
Yeah. For Warzone Pacific, it's different gameplay due to different loadout parameters, new map, the anti-cheat is in, and it's a blast. I'm having fun. If I didn't pick this game, and Brett, you would have had an argument about Warzone and not being new, I would have said It Takes Two.
It Takes Two is a very beautiful game.
It Takes
and
Two
it
was a good game.
Very fun for you and me to play together.
Yeah. I love playing it. We didn't finish it.
We didn't finish. I don't remember if we.
I think a lot of couples that played it didn't finish it.
I think we went on vacation, or we left, or we did something, and we didn't come back to it.
Yeah.
It got Game of the Year.
It did.
It was extremely like next level, mind blowing as far as visuals go.
What outlet gave it Game of the Year?
The Game Awards.
Oh,
yeah.
The IGN gave it to Forza.
Yeah. Did they?
Yeah.
They gave a racing game Game of the Year? Yep. That doesn't happen
Not very often, no.
I think it's because Forza starts off and gets you hooked.
I mean, I liked it. Just playing it the first, that 1 hour that I played it, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty fun.
It's a fun game. I'll give Forza its benefit that it is fun for it being just a racing game. But if you want to have something more like, I'm going to beat you in a game that's racing, you play Mario Kart with a friend like that. That's the main difference. But for a person that's playing singly and wants a realistic one to go with, Forza, I will say, is fun.
Okay, so is it Forza or Forza?
Forza.
I heard it's Forza.
It's Forza.
Why Forza?
I think it's because it's just how it's language.
Because I was watching that Xbox thing with you, and they were saying Forza.
I think it's because isn't Playground Games, aren't they in Australia? Mm-hmm. Or they're where are they? I think,
where are they?
I think that has to do with
Playground Games.
Because that's the developer.
Because I was like, I look at it and say Forza, but apparently it's Forza.
That's how, yeah.
Like FOT.
They
FORT
are in the UK.
The UK, okay.
Forza.
That makes sense.
It's just hard.
So I just
hard Z,
for you guys, it made me confused. I'm like, is Forza a different Forza?
I've always said Forza because that's how it's 5 letters.
The American
Forza
says just Forza. TV shows.
I honestly could not remember anything new that I watched except for The Boys, and I still haven't finished season 2.
Squid Game.
Squid Game is my TV show.
Yep, definitely.
It
kind of blew me out of the water. It was one that we didn't think that we were ever going to watch. Like, we'd heard the hype about it. We're like, I don't know. And then finally it was one night. I was like, why don't we just try? Let's just try it. We always do this with like the ones that blow us out of the water let's just try it. And we watched the first episode and it was like, yep. Mm-hmm,
and we didn't watch The Witcher yet.
We haven't watched The Witcher yet. I'm not going to watch The Witcher until I am on vacation.
So this is why we're saying like, the ones that we have the opportunity
but I have already seen that it's made #1 already, and it's opening
it's gonna
a couple days.
People have been waiting
as
too
far
long.
as views.
It's been too long since this season.
2
almost.
years.
Yeah, that's too long for next season.
The only reason it got delayed was because of COVID, or else it would have been out.
I know. But
he's already signed on for the next 7 seasons.
I still have that issue, and he wants to do another show with Dungeons and Dragons because he said Henry Cavill is a nerd.
He is a natural born nerd. Like there was like these little
Does that
things
make
that
you just
popped up that said like the only reason I'm googly for him is if he puts on a white wig and his eyes are different color. If he looks like his normal self, I'm sorry, but I'm just not attracted to that for some odd reason. If he wields a sword and has long white hair, apparently it does it for me.
Didn't like his mustache and
oh god,
hell no, I don't like mustaches.
If there's one thing that she could remove from a male body, it'd be the mustache.
I don't like mustaches. I can't stand them. I'm sorry, Brett. No offense.
He has a mustache. What are you talking about?
I'll get rid of it by tomorrow.
He knows that I'm looking past it right now.
This is not a mustache.
That's not a stash. That's stubble. That's stubble that he's going to take away in a couple days.
It's hair under your nose.
She hates it.
I hate it.
I didn't say personally. So last year I worked harder than I'd ever worked in my life, but it wasn't as bad because I had great support from my superior and my partner. That changed this year. I had decent support from my superior. I had a terrible partner that really caused me a lot of stress. And once that person was replaced, it got better. But the last 2 years being in that position, the stress just became too much, and I quit and went to a job that I ended up not being able to do because of health reasons, and so now I'm looking for the next thing. But overall, it was just a very highly stressful year because I think when the COVID hit, the demand for the service that I was in, the online pickup service, just
Skyrocketed.
skyrocketed, and then people got used to it, and so they just kept doing it. And the company that I worked for, the biggest retailer in the world, they're like, whoa, we can really capitalize on this. So instead of kind of coasting and getting good at being that busy, they're like, let's do more, and added just all these responsibilities. And I'm like, I've had enough of this, because the job was fun.
It was.
And
for
then
you.
they made it not fun. So
I remember you like, oh yeah, this is my new thing.
Yeah,
and I'm
I
looking forward to
remember
going
you
into
looking
work, and then
forward
you
to
it.
actually have
Yeah.
a lot of.
I had
But I also saw very quickly the second half of the year how much mentally it was,
I was
tolling
draining
on
me,
you.
yeah.
It was just draining you.
I really enjoyed it, because I got to lead a group of people, a lot of great people, and I missed that. When I took this second job, it was me and another guy working on a job site, and I really missed leading people. So I really would like to get into some kind of supervisory team lead position again, because I enjoy doing that.
Hashtag not an ad.
So
What's that?
Hashtag not an ad.
20 going into 2022, I think that all of us are just hoping for a better year, just a better outcome to the bad things that have been poured on us. You know, we've just been, luckily, we're here, we're healthy.
I'm just hoping
We made it
for good news health wise. How about that?
Yeah.
That's what I want out of 2021. I want to bet, like, I don't want to be like that cliche, like, oh, 2022 is gonna be my year. No, we're gonna make the rule like we said we were gonna make last year.
We thought 2021 was
Nobody's
gonna be a
supposed
better
to
year.
say that, so we can walk into 2022 nice and slow.
Low expectations.
We're not gonna have high expectations, and it's all just gonna
What's MJ say? If you expect disappointment,
disappointment.
so you won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, let's.
Well, and that's
let's
just
not do
kind of
that.
how I think I walked into 21, and then
No, 21. You had all the we had.
I told you at the end of 2020, I felt like something bad was going to happen in January. I said it. It's recorded. It's on the show.
It is.
And Josh and I got COVID. And it's to the point now where I have a partially collapsed lung 11 months later. So, yeah.
I don't think you told anybody that.
Well, now you know. So when I find out treatment and stuff of that in 2.5 weeks.
Yep. So we're just sitting here like.
I want to be able to go up and down a flight of stairs without catching my breath. And I know that it could be way worse. I know that way more people have had COVID and they're on oxygen constantly and they're all, but I'm tired of opening up my purse every morning and taking a handful of pills at the age of 32 because I've gotten COVID. I'm tired of that kind of stuff. Like, I want to be able to go back into working out and
Hey guys,
making myself feel better.
Raiders beat the Browns 16-14.
Oh,
I mean, that was a close game.
Close game.
Close game.
So it's still a race for the playoffs for the AFC. So all in all, just hoping for better. I'm walking into 2021 just saying, hey, just be gentle this year, please.
Nobody make it your year. Make it
better.
everyone else's year.
Make it better.
Don't make there you go. How about you go into 2022 with this mentality? Don't make 2022 your year. Make it someone else's year, because that is the type of mentality that we need right now, because there's too many assholes right now, and we need to take the asshole level down at least 50% and take the other 50% way back up.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, you guys have anything else you want to
I
touch
just
on?
remembered what I wanted to ask Santa that I couldn't remember,
What?
because we were just talking about mental health. Kind of. I want $1,200 from Santa. That's it. I want $1,200 because I want to spend $100 every single month on just mental health stuff, whether it be going to the spa or getting a massage or doing some kind of resting in a water pod. Because we said we were going to do that this year, we didn't because of COVID, and float. Like $100 a month for 12 months, and just focus every month on one couple days for me.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to touch on? I think we're.
I think
pretty much
that's
out.
it.
Think so.
So
break. I said Santa. You're not Santa.
We got a comment on YouTube that says, Brett, truck driving is a permanent job. You're in the perfect spot to do so with no obligations, pets, dependent family, etc.
I've considered that. The problem is, the bigger the vehicle gets for me, the higher my anxiety is. I just don't know.
I can barely drive a minivan without getting kind of like
trying to drive a moving truck, the small moving truck to move our shit here, scared me. Going over 30 miles an hour felt like the damn thing was going to break.
Just one street.
Yes, one street, and it felt like
Now,
pushing on the gas felt like I was
again,
gonna break the car.
You haven't had CDL training, which that would help with that, I assume. But I mean,
It still wouldn't make
nobody
you-
just gets into the big truck and goes. You know,
Right.
you have to have training for
Right,
it. So
right.
with you can say that about anything you don't know how to do. You get trained for it. But
Yeah.
I totally get it. Because it's a legit thing. You're not in a tiny car. You have a lot more to consider.
You know what I'm gonna do?
And then you got to consider the other drivers who don't understand that you're driving a big.
I think, Alex, we're gonna do the spoiled thing and hire movers next time. I can't move that.
I know
couch,
it's
you and
just
me.
getting.
Brett, I know it was. We were like, hey, come on over, help.
We can pack things up, but it's
But
like
So it's funny you mentioned that.
that was a
because
rough move.
moving things out, fine. But if we could just get movers to move things in, thank you. I don't want to move things in anymore.
Cousin Andrew's brother, cousin Nick, had a table in his parents' basement, and me and cousin Andrew and Nick and one of his friends had to move the damn thing, and it was so freaking heavy. So I saw last week cousin Nick's wife posted that they're selling the table.
Wow.
Cousin Andrew commented, "I'm not helping this time."
No.
Helping this time.
And I'm like, I posted, I'm like, wasn't it really heavy? He's like, yes. I'm like, okay, I'm out too.
I'm out too. It's either that or we're getting some type of machinery to help us move things in.
I thought if I ever
Yeah.
do move out of my apartment, I'm like, I do not want to, and I don't have that much stuff, but because I'm one person, but I hate moving.
I do too.
I used to like it. I
Mhm.
kind of just, like I said, I kind of want my own.
Going
I want my
into a
own
new
one level
place-
apartment again.
Going into a new place
I like unpacking.
is
I like
exciting,
unpacking.
but it's a lot of work.
It is.
Mike just can't let you be this.
It's just
Brett, are we going to decide that it was your fault then?
No, it was just
No,
his
it's just a
cord.
cable.
Oh, okay.
And Brett's been bothered by his mic. When we did our
mic
first,
fell off again tonight.
our first sit down with Jersey Comic Crew. Shout out to them. Make sure you check out their social media as well and their new episode with us on it. They Brett was talking and his mic went down, like it just fell off.
like,
so
oh, that's
It was like 5 minutes into
good.
the show.
It was 5 minutes. Let's get out of here.
Yes,
Vikings are about to kick off if they haven't
Alex,
already.
Twitch.
Oh, Twitch. Hey, guys, I stream on Twitch if you didn't know that already. It's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I also have my own merch, by the way. There is it's part of our PTO Unlimited podcast link as well, but you can find my merch on there, PTO Unlimited podcast merch, our Team Farts merch for our squad.
Yep.
I also have my own YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/cutekitty. I have a brand new YouTube video out, which is doing amazing. And it shows my victories that we were talking about on Warzone.
Yep.
So,
It's a good edited
really
video.
very
There's a
much
lot to
appreciate
it.
If
There's
you
a
go
lot
over
to
there
it.
and check that out, that'd be awesome.
There's
Thank
a
you.
teaser at the end too.
Yes, there is a teaser at the end of my video. If you guys watch it enough, there will be an announcement.
All right, for my channel, it is twitch.tv/Mr. L. If you want to follow me there, I'll be streaming on Tuesday and Thursday evening and regularly Saturday morning, but not this Saturday or next Saturday.
Oh, yeah, and I won't be streaming Saturday or Sunday or... Yeah, I'm only going to be streaming 2 more days the rest of the week, or the rest of the year.
Are you going to be doing New Year's Day
I might be doing New Year's
Depending
Day,
on
and I'm going
hangover.
to do Christmas Eve.
and Christmas Eve? Okay.
Yes.
For me, you can catch me playing Warzone probably, or Fall Guys. There's an actual Fall Guys event going on right now with getting characters that are from Nightmare Before Christmas, and I'm a big fan of that, so it's a big deal for me. So make sure you check us out there. If you want to follow us on our social media, oh wait, that's not it. You want to follow us on our social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. PTO Unlimited is what you'll search. PTO Unlimited _podcast is what you'll search on our social media for Instagram. And then also, if you want to make sure that you are hitting that like button and the subscription to our podcast is most appreciated on our YouTube, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to be notified when we're live, which is every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will not be live this Monday. We'll be on vacation unless
Why
Brett
are
wants
you-
to do...
Why are you bothering him?
Because I was going to show him on the podcast.
He's sleeping.
No, I won't do a show, Josh.
Okay. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L.
Brett _wings.
Cute_kitty.
Final note: the one and only Christmas tradition I have for myself is I watch Christmas Vacation on Christmas Eve.
Yeah?
So I will do that, and then at some point in the week leading up, I watch Die Hard.
It-
And it'll probably be the same day, honestly.
So, No Way Home takes place around Christmas. Is it a Christmas movie?
No,
How long have you had the camera on me?
Oh, just a minute, maybe.
it does. When was Christmas in the movie? I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
and he's swinging over the Rockefeller Center at the end.
I missed it.
No. What?
He looks pissed. You pissed him off.
She woke him up. He was sleeping just fine.
Look at it. Hi, Pixel.
Let's get out of
Yeah,
here.
We got to go. All right, guys. Make sure you guys have
Enjoy
a
the holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Be
Happy
safe.
holidays. Happy New
Be
Year,
safe.
guys. Be
Safe
safe.
travels.
Don't
if you're
lacerate
traveling.
yourself on opening up a present or an ornament.
Please
I
be
kind of
ca-
like to go to Dulles someday on Christmas Eve to see if it's as busy as it is in
Dulles
Die Hard
Airport?
2.
Are you insane?
I don't want to. But I guess I should say I'm curious to know if Dulles International Airport is as busy as they say
I'm
it
sure
is
there's a
in
live
Die Hard
feed
2.
somewhere you can see.
A live feed.
Maybe. Was it? It was Christmas Eve on
Yes, it was.
Die Hard 2, right?
Yeah. Come on, man. It's Christmas. I was in New York once.
Hated
it. All right. We'll catch you guys next year for episode 284. You guys have a good one. Bye, guys.
Bye.